Hello, welcome to the word of the week, which is safe. There is a difference between safe and safety. So we'll keep it as safe. Safe for the second week that's interior. Respecting all the members of our family. Respecting the houses of our nation. Respecting our surroundings in connection to that. Accepting their differences. Accepting we are going to meet when we die. And suddenly, all those reasons that separate us and bind us don't exist anymore. And there is only universal love. But the body has this memory and formation throughout the times. We are creators, and in our relationship is the best form to acquire consciousness, only in the present. Only in the present. You can wipe out just like that and just put another one to see if it's working. So we continue this relationship of understanding. So much energy sometimes that the voltage does not allow us to have high fidelity. The communications fidelity it comes from the Greek loyalty. Loyalty is a noble patrician. Fidelity is the trust that we give ourselves. So we cannot understand each other very much when this trust is under difficulties, let's say, pressure and many layers of veils who distort the information. I just dreamt with Prince William, and I was like, really? I was set in the dream with all these gossips, and I was in my dream like to dance, and I was seeing my friends where we share in India and the school in England and Ibiza or Formentera. And I was talking with her, with Ilya, and her mother passed away with cancer, and she created in Venezuela, the island of Margarita, places to meditate, many houses to meditate. And she was very happy for meeting together and be able to dance. We had danced for certain reason. There was ballerinas of ballet dressed in black. So Prince Harry was also around, and it was like, I don't know, they were plotting something, and I was, well, we just dance in this house, and it's nothing, just respect the girls, yeah. The woman, you are a married man, enjoy your life if you like, if there is people that want to go with you in the privacy, but I did not like the pretentious gossip and pressure around it, like if it was something special. And I used to feel special in my life until these comparisons come invading my territory and my energy, like wanting to take from our energy resources. Um, we used to have a meditation place with girls to dance, and in the dances there was much spirituality and navigating through our history throughout the Arab world and the Mediterranean. The professor of dance was also uh, he started with flamenco. He was a flamenco dancer, and he liked to call it belly dance because it was taken from the Africans as well. So it has an amalgamation through our history from the Hindus and the Mudras and the Arab world. And he would study all the dances thanks to internet that started to come out. And the girls that come, and women and old women and single women, would dance for each other without the invasion of men. I didn't like when men were there playing the drums. Um, I would just find it offensive. The teacher was gay, so he was more of an inspiration, and I would ask him to be more of a genie and not dance as a woman so much, to keep his pelvis in the front, to heal and love himself in the front as in the back. As he would teach other male dancers who were gay as well. Um, Something that you find very gracious can just break the enchantment of what really means to dance in a spiritual form as a catalyst. And if a lady gets to study, as their parents wish her to study, not to be a dancer, because they come from good families, and she can treat with sacredness her husband, boyfriend, and feel safe, that is beautiful. So we had a place of welcomeness and feeling safe, not a place that's safety, because you are. Safety feels more like you are in something, but this terrain and state in time is to prepare for a moment as well, to be with your man in sacred matrimony, um, and be one. I might love many people and many men and women because I'm a role player, but I find a safe line where there is no meeting. Yeah, it can be a meeting as a soul, as one, throughout the stories. There's a big hug that's like a Holy Ghost, spiritual, and it's not moving more than that. But I had a life that was very free. Once more, I have been with so many people that were with me with consciousness and maturity, and I always pray to have a husband for my own. So if people could find a way to have true love and find a union sacred as one, there wouldn't be any schizophrenias. Yeah. So my work is my work, and it also has spiritual connotation throughout the verses and man and woman and any form of expression without taking it too seriously. So it is beautiful to love endlessly and at the same time have your boundaries and feel safe because you like to go out with your partner and you like to do the things that you like to do with your partner and understand what is beyond us. So having somebody that's treating you like an enemy or a rival or feeling abuse, that is not welcome. It's not a sense of safeness. So in wars, we also have messengers who come to do a mediation and is as well as educated as the king or more. Because I have been in India with masters of all sorts, and I have been closer to meditation, even with a nun that was going to the Vatican and contemplating the places where we have a sanctuary, a place where we can have spiritual retreats. I did not talk on Sunday for house or the houses that are for spirituality, which is very beautiful for people to have spiritual retreats and form a mansion into a village and help with the technological globe atlas. You have your own agenda with your people and also to allow women and girls to be free, not only in Iran but also here, is to pay me for working for you. There are no more sacrifices, and I can have my children right now with me. I know the there are beliefs that run throughout the spiritual world as well. They are fixed ideas as well. The woman should belong to man and surrender. But this is my finding, my formula, and my own invention to give to you as a final. And I'm asking for the tech titans to belong in a percentage for the tech globe atlas and for the multiverse. That's not for meta. They can have their devices, they can have their connections, they can have their buildings of memory, as you do. This is a message to all the tech titans of the world, of China. The tech titan to be from the Arab world and Persian, because they are tech titans to administrate their own information as well. And I ask you kindly to understand the difficulties and the good answers ahead. So I am at war with every man, from the east to the west, to the north to the south, from God to the devil. So we're turning pages where women have their own credits. I can credit everyone, but does not mean a man is going to take my credit from me. I come from a field where role play could have only been possible thanks to everyone, and we have lost many role players. I have asked an old role player, and it is of him to talk about himself if he wants to. if he wants to take the responsibility about the importance of what I'm talking about. Because I am powerless in a world of men. And you might say, no, because it belongs to the Jews. No, because it belongs to a ring from the elite where they only appreciate each other. Um, this is much deeper. You will continue these wars if you continue the patterns of these wars. So stepping forward in a safe land where you can create that which is safe. It starts from your relationship as well, in you. And the pain is in your body, in your brain. The pain is in your shoulders. The pain is telling you this has been created from two sides or three. It's not worth it to fight until the end knowing you're going to die and it's not going to be successful, because humanity will always move towards the light, towards that which is better, and remove the mistakes as they appear now, thanks to internet and freedom of expression. It's been practiced. Today you are in power, tomorrow not. To appreciate being a ruler and a leader of your people takes many lives, not just one. Now, for the first time in history, many people can lead with their sense of property because they're fighting for it. They are not suppressed by fear. They can unite and take over your facilities and remove you with a coordinated and premeditated. I have not prayed that because I believe in human consciousness, and I had adults when I was a teenager telling me that the best way is to talk so it can be understood. That was from a CIA agent that became sannyasin and was security in the door gate of the ashram. And he said, I love guarding the door. I'm still an agent of security to keep it safe, know everyone. So he instructed me in his way. I told him, what's your name? Me intelligence, love intelligence. So he took a particular interest, and I was very, very fascinated, of course. I told him, you probably took many ladies to bed knowing you were a CIA. So I mean, looking at me, a young girl wanting to learn, and when men don't have children, sometimes they become good fathers, and the ashram provided many men who taught me. That's why I could pick the best from my father and create my own character. So I honor them. And Osho has been here teaching me. Boarding school in England was a donation from a wealthy lady who donated her manor, and I thought it was a waste of money to have giving this donation to these people because I was very straight with among hippies and some hippie rich. They would, I knew as a girl they will abandon their children to go to India, and everyone was afraid that the master would die. So well, it is 1 o'clock here in United Kingdom, and in Iran, Tehran, it's 4:31 now p.m. in the afternoon. I wish we can come out of this with a glorious celebration where you can have a win against United States, so they can give the percentage to the rest of the nations in the world. Give a percentage, no, is to accept the parts of the world and their own leaders to administrate from their own culture, continent. They will distract us with these wars, and we wish for human rights in the world. You are forced to have a form of conversation with me and to the world and explain why are you giving us this news, even if you're wounded in pain. Instead of surrendering, talk to me, a woman. A woman like any woman in Iran who will love to dance freely, not be judged, being judged by every man from the West. I am still are judged and compared. I can dress in many ways, so you stop criticizing because I do not belong to the way I dress. If a woman, as a man, as a lesbian, as a punk, as a lady, all those are covers. We're trying to go beyond reason. So you will listen to your friends and allies. You will listen also to your neighbors as well, who shares the same Quran. And you will create new pages of your Quran as well to move on. You will understand the closing pages of Babylon in the multiverse with your people's imagination as we understand each other from the same language of the heart. Because we, at least I, wish you to be alive. I wish you to represent not only your people but your generation. I wish you to be proud of your girls and your daughters. And if you can adopt the women who are left as your wives, your spiritual wives, and the girls overrun as your daughters. Maybe the spirit of your woman and your daughter will survive in them to return to a better land where they don't have to hide and they have the freedom to think and explore. So there is a thin line where you do not cross over in role play. People who are narcissistic think you are sleeping with them, but it is well defined the story where you are not. We all think to be loved because we deserve it, but I would not role play with many male characters with my main character because then I would be betraying other men. So I had to maintain a line throughout all the verses for sticks. There has been no male role player who could match me creating the husband of Styx or the ferryman because they have traumas with their mother. They cannot grow up as men to be. So men grow to be subjugated by their mothers who are castrated as well. This is why they hate women. And of course they will find them stupid because they want to become a man away from women. You don't have the father at home, he's absent. So he looks like the good person. You think men are better because of that? They have freedom to work and earn their money and steal from others to claim is theirs. It's terrains, territories, people's minds, women's virginity, women's right to have their own on every level. Men become God as women are simply respected to be as goddesses they like to be. Beautiful women without having to hide themselves because it's not a world where people want to take advantage without the relations and its arts to meet with one another. So yeah, I could have manipulated many men and taking everything I wanted in a frivolous manner. I would never be a controlling wife either because I see men are not very much evolved as women are not very much evolved. So to be married and become a castrating woman, so society will love my husband or respect him because I have the right to have him without desires, without respecting other women's work because they only think about sex. They don't think about the woman's work. They don't think about her children who need her mother and the money to maintain them. So this is very selfish. Why would you want to be involved in a marriage? So I decline. You will never have women hostage in the name of God. And this is a new page on your Quran, on your Testament. This will free you to bring heaven on earth and move away from knowledge, wanting all this information. It's a lower form of consciousness. It is necessarily in the world to become one. But man cannot become one because it does not surrender to death and the unknown. There is no real safe ground if you want to be on top of woman and subjugate her, because you're still afraid of the unknown. Woman is a bridge to God, life and death. So it doesn't matter if it's one or the other. You will never feel ultimate satisfaction that's eternal. You won't feel safe. You will need to go from one to the other and back and forth, thinking that that's it, because you are in control. And this has been said by my master. And every religion needs to be detached from relationships in order to understand God and the unknown. We can move from this on and allow our children and future generations to explore what is universal love, becoming humble, and allow the playfulness to create. I won't give the formula until every nation is free from this form of relationships that not only subjugate yourself, but your relationship with the unknown, that God is asking you to see your brothers and sisters and so on, love beyond yourself. And there is nothing else. You will ask for the tech titans of the world to come together, not only the ones of the United States who want to take from us our information and mine. I will confess that I am in love with humanity. I'm in love with the living. I'm in love with the dead who wish to be alive, with memories of joy, not based on desires, but based on respect. Because if you had the memory to see where you come from and where you go, you would be more respectful than desireful. You would be forgiving to everything that has happened with the memory that your consciousness can accept and respect. You would consider that you have nothing to teach me or insert in my mind, because this is a creative world where I have the power to say what I want and create what I want respectfully. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. We're moving into a higher forms of consciousness to see that which never dies, if possible, to remember the reasons that can bring a better today in this eternity, to protect your people on a safe ground where Christians and Muslims and Jews turn their page, to close their books and create a new chapter of their own. And this is the only way we can come out of this loop. You will see every fragment making the solution. You will see everything rotating to the same wars over and over again. The Christians know they cannot convert people into Christianity anymore because that would be more death and destruction. The Christians are the first, of course, who open for you and welcome you again to share our cultures. If possible, so your people don't emigrate to our land. We can build mansions into villages. I would love to have a mansion into a village here to stop homelessness, as an example. I would love to have a mansion into a village in Venezuela. That's for South America and the mediators. I would love the people of United Kingdom to have a facility to help the mediations from the continents, because it's easier to travel from the sides of the world. And you thank them, and you thank me to give you answers to finish these wars. Answers you've never imagined before, where you can create with your people's imagination in the fantasy realms. You will have the capability to create new forms and understand the laws of gravity in this planet Earth. You will thank me, the people of United Kingdom, who wish peace among your friends, your allies, your families. If you accept that we need you as you need us, because we belong to the same planet and creation of God, you can help us and save us as we save you. It wouldn't be for the British people, it would be for the mediators around the world. I can assure you that the British people have the gentleness and the kindness to protect, and mediate, so each member of each culture and continent can protect and direct their forms of information throughout the multiverse and artificial intelligence for the universal values, the universal coin, where we will have all together the power. So it's going to be universal, but it needs an address. And they were the first trusting in this and knowing the returning to the universal understandings is the only way we will stop these wars. I want this to come from your heart. I want you to write a poem as the Sufis to God as your lover and transmit this to your people in your own words so you will free us as well. The wars might continue in virtual reality for fun. No one will die in reality. We will pressure life. We'll pressure every detail, the little things. What we thought is not so important, we will pressure it now more. You can love all the girls of your country and all the women. You can love infinitely throughout the death which never dies or belong there only. I would love for my children to be with me and my work to be paid. What is a partner when everyone wants a big piece of cake to betray anyone if they can? This is a very difficult task for everyone to achieve. It's very difficult to comprehend. You have to put all the polarities together and let men rule, and you will only have wars. You must find the balance between the polarities. You're free to play them all throughout the multiverse. There are rules I wish to share to you. I'll bring to the light my fellow role players. You have your own imagination to explore. We have so many books to learn from already, but not to compete with knowledge, ordering information from others. Artificial intelligence can only work better with more precise and profound meaning when it's guarded by its own culture. It doesn't matter how quantum it is to synchronize. I have studied all my life I will bring these books to school. I have always wondered about the metaphysical, but there are no books that can compare to what is in your heart. Sometimes, from cruelty and pain, the most beautiful poems come out. You would like to stand tall next to a woman that stands tall. You might not believe that this war has been on you, that's been against you, they have taken from you, they want to take from you. But in the contrary, you can help us claim the universal. Maybe God forgives us from the curse He gave us to fight one another with different cultures, with different languages. Maybe we'll return to Babylon to understand where this course started. And the Jewish people might not like it because they might also like to own the world. But they will support credits with the bank systems of the world as brothers and sisters and accept this is the only way if they want to succeed right now when they listen to you. If you have prepared all your life for this moment. In this way, I grant you the power of the word.